Today we'll discuss the key points to Swiss meringue and how to turn this basic component into Swiss buttercream. Swiss meringue is considered a warm meringue due to the fact that the egg whites and sugar will be heated together over a double boiler. As with all meringue, utensils must be clean and grease-free, and egg whites must be separated cleanly with no trace of egg yolk. As a reminder, remember that eggs will be easier to separate cleanly when they are cold. The basic ratio for Swiss meringue is 2 to 1, 2 parts sugar, 1 part egg whites. The method of Swiss meringue is easy, provided you follow all the rules when making meringue. First, we will combine both the sugar and egg whites together in a mixer bowl and heat over a double boiler to 165 degrees while constantly stirring. Next, transfer the warm mixture to a stand mixer and whip at high speed. While whipping, the mixture will begin to thicken to a stiff peak. Continue to whip to cool the meringue. This can sometimes take 10 to 15 minutes. After the meringue has cooled from whipping, it's now ready to use depending on your application. In our case today, we'll be adding butter and flavorings to transform our Swiss meringue into Swiss buttercream. Let's take a look at our ingredients. We have egg white, sugar, vanilla extract, salt, shortening, and butter. First, we'll get our double boiler started by preheating our water. Next, add the egg whites and sugar to the mixer bowl. From here, we will place the bowl over the preheated water, creating a double boiler. While constantly stirring over the double boiler, periodically check the temperature of the mixture until you reach 165 degrees. This high temperature will ensure egg whites are cooked to a safe temperature for consumption. Be careful not to overheat the mixture as the egg proteins will coagulate around 180 degrees. Once the mixture has reached 165 degrees, place the bowl on the stand mixer and equip with the whip attachment. Starting on a lower setting, gradually bring the mixer to its highest speed. As the mixture continues to whip, you will notice that it becomes white in color and will thicken to a stiff consistency. From here, we will continue to whip to cool the meringue. This can take at least 15 minutes, sometimes longer, depending on the size of the bowl and the amount of meringue. In this application of Swiss buttercream, it's very important to cool the meringue as much as possible to avoid butter melting once added. Adding butter when meringue is too hot could collapse the meringue, causing loss of volume in your icing. Swiss meringue can be used for a variety of applications, including buttercream, baked Alaska, and lemon meringue pie. It is less stable than Italian meringue, but much more stable than French meringue and safe to eat without further cooking if you've cooked your mixture to 165 degrees. Now that the mixture is cooled, we will add our salt and vanilla extract. We'll then turn the mixer to a high speed to incorporate the extract. Now we will transform our Swiss meringue into Swiss buttercream by slowly adding soft fat to the whipping meringue. We'll start out with the shortening. Shortening is added for additional stability of the icing due to its higher melting point than butter. If it's preferable, you could substitute the shortening for equal parts of butter. Continue to add the fat slowly as seen here, about an ounce or so at a time. This is to ensure that the fat incorporates evenly and the icing will remain a light color.
As with everything we do in the kitchen, this requires complete patience. Respect the process, don't take shortcuts. When all of the fat has been added, stop the mixer and thoroughly scrape the sides and bottom of the bowl. Completely incorporate any fat that has not been thoroughly mixed into the icing. Reattach the whip and mix for a few seconds to ensure the icing is perfectly smooth. And there you have it, the key points to Swiss buttercream.